we are resuming. Okay. Okay.
Resume. Pick up on you and me. Resume. We are recording again. Yes.
Resume, me, and then on me. Oh, but it all comes back together. Love. I think you're onto something. I think we're onto something. You know, we're on a connection. I feel it like here and there. We are surrounding. Ooh, you feel it. You feel those chills. Oh, I feel it. The love. It with all of us. Hold it. Yes, right there. Right there. Okay, we gonna start the show again?
I thought that was the countdown. Right
I thought
there.
you were going
Go.
into it there. That was
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay. Okay, we are resuming. Okay. Okay.
Resume. Pick up on you and me. Resume. We are recording again. Yes.
Resume, me, and then on me. Oh, but it all comes back together. Love. I think you're onto something. I think we're onto something. You know, we're on a connection. I feel it like here and there. We are surrounding. Ooh, you feel it. You feel those chills. Oh, I feel it. The love. It with all of us. Hold it. Yes, right there. Right there. Okay, we gonna start the show again?
I thought that was the countdown. Right
I thought
there.
you were going
Go.
into it there. That was
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay.
That's it. Let's go.
Hey,
All right.
we're back, convincing idiots.
We are counting down. We are resuming round 2 of the show. Round 2. You know, what game has rounds? Fighting games. Fighting games. What is one of the most famous fighting games that's ever been created?
Oh, I've seen this. I watched it. We see it. Not Passion of the Christ. I know you think that. No, Mortal Kombat.
Slightly more graphic than Mortal Kombat, but yes.
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 Yep. So they made a movie about the video game.
They did.
What did you think? We're gonna get out of Jeff Goldblum character. That's fine. I could almost do it. We should do a whole Goldblum episode. Just the whole time.
I can do it.
The whole thing. So
you could be Goldblum. I'll be Dusty Rhodes. Nick, what do you got?
My ears, man. I just want to be here to hear all of that.
Yeah. I want Nick to be Sinbad from Jingle All the Way. That's what I would
Nick,
like.
do you do an impression
of Sinbad?
No, anybody.
Not on a regular basis.
Okay.
No, I don't know that there's any reoccurring characters that I do. I don't know. I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to the kids or something. I don't know.
Maybe your entire life you're imitating someone else.
What are we if not impressions and making impressions upon those that we love? And once again, it all comes back to love, Dean. As Dean
love,
said,
baby.
it's love. It is love.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mortal Kombat movie, HBO Max, also in theaters.
It was awesome.
Did not receive the highest rating in Rotten Tomatoes. It was like a 55% rating.
Some people online that really did not enjoy it. They were upset.
What were they wanting?
I don't know. I think they were comparing it to. So full disclosure, big fan of the video games, right?
Absolutely.
Big fan of the original movie. I will say I've not seen any other movie other than the original one. There was Annihilation, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I never saw that. So I don't know if that
wasn't
one
good.
was. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. How many are? How many? How many Mortal Kombats are there? Like movies that have been made?
Might have done a third one straight to video type situation.
Okay, we're not probably going to.
I'm not 100%
I don't know
sure.
if you count that or not. Okay. So yeah, my experience with Mortal Kombat movies is basically that first one, which was fine, I think, for the times, other than the fact that they killed my favorite character, Sub-Zero, in the first 20 minutes. So I was pretty stoked about the new one that he, lasted in this one. Spoiler alert, or at least through, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good. It was what I expected. It's what I was looking for. Honestly, I'm trying to think of a movie that was as well represented through the trailer for what it was. That's what it's. I mean, when I saw that trailer, I'm like, that looks kick ass. It looks like there's a lot of action and there's a lot of cool, and it looks like, some dramatic scenes, maybe some funny moments. I thought Kano was good. Awesome. Yeah, I just don't know that I was looking for if you're familiar with Mortal Kombat and the storyline of the games. I mean, there's only so much you can do as far as making it like, believable and like, within the realm of reality. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. And the movie that you're one of the movies you're thinking of that portrayed itself in the trailer as just a popcorn movie. This is what it is. It's a popcorn movie. Godzilla did the same thing.
Yeah,
no? I'm not saying what you thought of it, Nick. I'm saying of what portrayed as just a monsters fighting. It just portrayed people fighting and ripping each other's heads off. It didn't lie about what it was. You walked in knowing that you were going to just get a popcorn movie.
That's actually true. When I saw that trailer and when I saw it, yeah, that's right. It was what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And the plot and dialogue in both movies weren't the best, but it was fun.
I mean, this one was definitely better than that.
Mortal Kombat.
I would definitely give the dialogue edge to this one, being that the other one is two massive monsters fighting each other. I don't know that dialogue was a win for that movie.
True.
I'm sure 5 other Mortal Kombat movies, by the way. 5 other
5? Wow.
Could that be
now,
right?
Is live action?
That probably includes the one you were just talking about off air, Dean. The Scorpion thing.
Yeah, it must. 97, 98. 95 must have been the first one.
Correct.
The Journey Begins, okay, and then 96 is the final battle. That's 98, excuse me. 95 was the first one.
A lot of these got to be cartoons.
97 was Annihilation. 98 was the final battle. 2010, Rebirth.
Yeah, I think that was cartoon.
It doesn't look that way, unless maybe it was. Unless it was. I mean, of course, the cast could be just
voices,
certainly voices, yeah. And then there's your Scorpion's Revenge you're talking about earlier, 2020. That's last year. So last year, and then this one. Wow.
Huh.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. This one I don't know. I mean, the premise of the video game itself is already kind of a little. It's like, why are they fighting exactly? But it's like you don't need to explain too much of the video game. It's like, okay, they're fighting for
they're asking us
Earth
about
realm.
About our superhero bracket. They're asking the same thing.
Yeah,
they're fighting so you can talk shit to your buddies and your kids. That's why they're fighting.
Yeah, that's so
you can get mad and slam controllers at each other's faces out of anger over video games. That's why they're fighting. Yes.
But yeah, the first scene, terrific, right? The whole backstory of Scorpion, and I love the wife's gardening tool and how that became his weapon of choice in the video game, his main weapon, and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it was certainly a flimsy storyline to say the least. I'm not sure, but
I thought you really offended Dean with that take. He just walked off camera unexpectedly.
No. I guess so.
I because Carter loved the movie so much, I made him. He had this little plastic thing there, and I made the grip with the rope.
Nice.
All right.
Now we can whip it in your face when you're not looking.
He already hit me in the back of the head with it.
That's good.
Did he tell you to get over here?
He did actually.
Yeah.
Bitch. Sub-Zero or Scorpion doesn't say that. Call me that. Your dad.
Yeah, but overall, like you say, if your expectations are, I'm going to watch a Mortal Kombat movie, then that's
exactly.
Then you're probably going to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, and they certainly set up a sequel as well.
Yeah, that's my only fear. Is like, so if I had to give it a critique, it would be that there were some other characters that I was hoping to see in the film, and they weren't. And I understand that they're probably, I mean, there's a deep catalog of characters for Mortal Kombat, depending on how deep you want to go. But my fear is that some things that were left out. Obviously, they have teased a second one. Spoiler alert: they're teasing. They're kind of leading up to potentially a second one. So maybe this is just me being scorned, but the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie they made a few years back, which I really enjoyed, they left that open at the end and teased for some characters that were left out of that. And then it didn't do as well as they'd hoped in the box office, which I fear this might be the same story here. And another one never gets made, which would be upsetting. And I would just like to have all my people in there so that we don't miss any of them. But other than that, if I had to pick a critique, really, it's not a real critique. It's just I hope that they make another one.
If there's no pandemic and there's no limits and it's all in theater, this movie would probably have done all right. Maybe come in like 5th place, 4th place. Not horrible. Wouldn't have made a lot of money. But with it being on demand and everybody being home, not everybody can get to the theater. The on demand is more accessible. I think just like Godzilla made a ridiculous amount of money. And I think that a lot of that was because it was on demand, or not on demand, but online. HBO Max.
It did well in the theater as well. This one, the box office I saw was like 10 million, I want to say, for Mortal Kombat. So yeah, it did not open too well. Now the budget's only 50 million. It's not 150 million for Godzilla that we paid.
There's
that
also
pitch guy.
The argument to be there's also the argument to be made that maybe for the spectacle of a Godzilla King Kong movie, that might lend itself more to being seen on a large screen in a movie theater on a big, you know what I mean? I mean, I would like to see them both in a theater, but I think you might feel that if you wanted to see both of those movies, you might feel that urgency a little more towards Godzilla and King Kong versus Mortal Kombat. So maybe that a little bit.
Right.
But continue, Brian. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with what you're saying. And I don't know that the word of mouth for this movie is going to be enough to bring people out to the theater.
I did my part. I talked it up for the last month and a half. That's all I've been talking about to anybody is counting down the days.
The only thing I could say is that Friday that it came out, my Facebook page was filled with people. I can't wait to get home to watch Mortal Kombat. Tonight's Mortal Kombat. Yeah. And even people that I didn't even think would even have watched, something like that. But, it's got to take into consideration you are going on the idea of nostalgia from the, even kids that didn't, play necessarily video games, played Mortal Kombat.
Right. Yeah, I agree with your thought too, Nick, is I don't know. You have to, why not have all the original characters in the damn movie? Don't tease anything. I don't get that really at all.
You got to think. You got an hour and a half, 2 hours for the movie. Like Nick said, the catalog is huge. You're either going to make a long movie or a very cluttered movie. You're going to have just way too much going on, way too many characters to try to follow different storylines. To do it right, you can only do... I mean, look at the first Mortal Kombat video game. There's 7, 8 guys. I mean, I get it. I understand what you're saying.
The lead character could almost have been Johnny Cage.
Yeah. And when I first saw the trailer, that's what I was like, that guy that's the MMA fighter, that's got to be Johnny Cage. They just aren't. I still thought that was potentially going to be, until we actually, I don't know if we talked about it on this show or not, or if it was off air, but the three of us over this were talking, and somebody had said that the director or somebody had said that Johnny Cage will not be in the film, but alluded to hanging on to that for later. But that was kind of my thought up until someone had what's wrong with your face? What's up with your face? You're squinting and doing things.
I've got something in my eye. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
It's been an all day thing.
It's like first he walked off camera for what Brian said. Now I'm saying stuff that's making him look at me all crazy. He really doesn't like what we're saying.
It feels like I have a goddamn boulder under my eyelid. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Sorry. Sorry for all the listeners. That must have been super interesting to listen to. But anyway, no. Up until that moment, I'm like, I think that guy's going to turn out to be Johnny Cage because he's the only one that you don't clearly know who he is, and he's the random lead, and we're missing a very central character from the originals, and I'm like, that's going to end up being Johnny Cage. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there was, like you said, it's a deep catalog. There's a lot, and yeah, you can make a cluttered movie, but I think, I guess I was under the impression, especially after watching the trailer, they seemed to pack a little bit of everybody in the trailer. I'm like, I think they're going to I think you might see flashes of a bunch of different characters. Maybe not.
Sure.
You might not get full backstories or whatever.
Easter eggs to them.
Yeah, sure. Like that was, I mean, Reptile was in there and things like that. And, yeah, as far as there's just, some characters I would have liked to have seen. But, that's my only critique would be the fear that they don't get to make a second one if this doesn't do that well. And, I would like to see, I think they, as Dean alluded to, I think they did a good job of laying the groundwork with the storyline and setting it up to build for more and to introduce some of these other characters. But yeah, if there doesn't get to be any more, it just kind of is a weird standalone, I guess.
Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But they didn't have the tournament.
Right. Well, yeah, because that's true. Because they kind of jumped the gun and cheated, and then they had to just do it on the fly because they were going to fucking take it anyway.
Right. So that's why he said at the end he has to go get more champions or get more fighters because they didn't have a tournament. They didn't do the tournament. Yeah. They didn't do Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But the director, or not the director, I'm sorry, but the one of the co-creators of the video game and the actor himself has requested to play Johnny Cage. As in the director's requesting says this actor should be Johnny Cage, and the actor has already come out and said he'd like to. Are you guys familiar? Well, you talked about earlier, or no, this is off air, but are you guys familiar with the Miz?
Oh, okay. The wrestler, wasn't he from Cleveland?
WWE, yes, he's Cleveland.
He was on The Real World. He started on The Real World. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Mike Mizanin, the Miz on WWE. That's the creator of the video game says he thinks he should be Johnny Cage.
Yeah, interesting. I could see that. And I mean, I don't know much about him from wrestling, but I mean, he had a reality show too.
He's been in a couple movies himself already.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll make another one. Maybe even if they decide that it's not as highly produced and it's just more of an HBO Max thing, I guess they'll gauge what this does and all that. Yeah. Anyway, so I was disappointed in Johnny Cage. I was also disappointed that Raiden had a not very integral part in this movie. One of the most favorite things of the original video game is Raiden has that famous move when he screams, whatever he screams and flies and hits the opponent. It's very iconic in the video game. Do you think you might have seen it in the movie? Absolutely not. And then another weird thing was, so Scorpion speaks in Japanese the entire movie, right? He's the entire movie. He speaks in Japanese. What does he speak in English? Get over here. What?
But he spoke to Cole in English at the end.
He did?
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he said, "Protect my bloodline" and all that stuff.
But
But still, up to that point, he spoke nothing but Japanese, and it's like, come on, guys.
I will say, is that silly? Yes. Are you right? Yes. But can you imagine the outcry if when he finally said, get over here, it didn't sound like, get over here. It was like, that people were like losing their shit because, like, what? That is, I'm going to say it definitely is the most iconic thing in all of Mortal Kombat other than fight or finish him.
That's right.
You know, so that would, I can't imagine. So yes, I don't know that they had a choice there, but you're right. Yeah, there's a little bit of.
I mean, the dude spent, generations in hell, right?
He picked up some shit. There's definitely a lot of Americans in hell.
Right. I was more thinking of like that's, coming out of a different realm like that. The Earth people will hear what the language that they're able to hear. I mean, that's my headcanon.
A lot of the Western world and hell, I actually picked up on a lot. I mean, I didn't even need Rosetta Stone down here. You just learned to talk to these guys, and I mean, you just picked it up.
Actually, I have the Translate app on my phone, and Carter is also learning. He's in karate, so they teach them some of the words and stuff. So he was asking what some words meant, so we got the Translate and. I realized you can't get like the Siri on your phone. You can't get her to, it's an ordeal to get her to curse whole sentences, but you can do it on Translate. Just go English to English and just say the most foul thing you can. That voice will come back and repeat it to you, and it's really funny.
Does it do it correctly? Like as far as like the order, because some languages like things go in different orders and things like that.
No. You put in the Translate. You put English to English, and you hit record. You speak and say the sentence.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It'll just say it in English. I got you.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was getting there. Oh no. Yeah, it was some of the worst shit. I mean, I could have gone much worse, but he is only 9, so I did. There was a cap on some of the things that I went. I mean.
So thanks for tuning into another edition of Dean's Parenting Corner. This was
fun. I'm not worried about language. Fuck that.
We know.
Okay, so do you recommend to wrap up the Mortal Kombat movie? Do you guys recommend the Mortal Kombat movie?
Absolutely.
Nick, what do you say?
Hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would say so. I give it thumbs up for. The gore factor. I give it thumbs up. There's some creative deaths in there as well. I give it thumbs up for story for what they had to work with. I'm probably being a little lenient. If it was something I wasn't into, I'd probably be like, this is stupid. But I grew up with this stuff. I love it. And I give it a giant 2 thumbs up for my favorite character of all time not dying in the first 20 minutes. As long as Sub-Zero was in at least half of the movie, I was going to be pleased after what I experienced with the first movie. So, and I think overall, Bobblehead Nick, he saw it too. He was in the background. Bobblehead Nick, what say you? Now, Bobblehead Nick's a little harsher on these things.
He's judgy. He's a prick.
He is. And he's a big fan of the extensive catalog. So, Bobblehead Nick, he approves. He liked it.
Good.
Very good.
Yep. He liked
Fantastic.
it. It's good.
Excellent.
Have fun. Enjoy it. Yep.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Dean,
Brian, final or
sorry. Sorry. Good.
Dean, what do you think?
Like Nick, I enjoyed it. It's a popcorn movie. It's fun. I had 2 critiques. One, if your arms are frozen to the bone and beyond, and you have them broken or ripped off, you would make a noise besides stare there, or at least look like you're in some sort of pain on your face. Right?
No.
No?
Not necessarily. If they're frozen and you're numb, if the nerve endings there are frozen and you're numb, you can't feel it. Why? I mean, not necessarily. I would imagine when something gets so cold and it burns, I get that, but I don't know that it's the excruciating pain it would have looked like if you were frozen there.
Then let's take what you just said to heart and say that, yes, he couldn't feel it. There's no pain.
Okay.
But you still know your arms have been destroyed and busted off. You can't at least do this? Huh?
The fuck?
What the fuck happened?
Now, I would say if you're
was like this. If you're looking at him blankly.
If you're a normal person, like one of the three of us, or at least the two of us, I don't know, Brian probably played pretty cool too, but Jax is a badass, certified.
He was a badass.
So maybe he was just like,
he was a badass.
I'll just build new robot arms and fuck shit up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Or have them built for me. He didn't do them, but you know.
He didn't do it.
No, yeah, you're right. That way you might have a little bit more of a mortified reaction to losing your goddamn arms, both of them, from the shoulder down. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So Dean, what was the other frozen? Yeah, sorry, you got frozen thumbs up or thumbs down?
Frozen thumbs up.
Very good.
Frozen thumbs up. Give it frozen thumbs up.
No, there was what was the second one? Nick fucked me up with the arguing with my trying to justify Jax being okay with his arms blown off, and it threw me off. I didn't think anybody would object to the idea that somebody getting their arms.
I'd be fine. Just give me my robot arms. Anakin Skywalker had one. It's fine. Jax had them. It's cool. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
So,
what else do you have that I could shoot down?
Let me try to.
Plans this weekend? No.
Aww.
Busy all weekend.
Okay, that's all I have because Nick's being mean to me.
Brian, what did you think?
You know, I think I keep thinking of Dean's kind of like Arcano on this podcast. I think
cursing a lot.
Yeah.
That's right.
Would totally fight a woman. Yeah, 100%.
Hold on. No. I would get my ass kicked, so I am not going to fight a woman.
So did he. He fucking died.
That's a good point. Did he, though?
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
He still got to have the eye plate.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And the amulet he stole, at least according to the video games, the amulet that he stole when he put it back. I don't have anything. That whole conversation, it was an amulet that he stole that is like one of the most sought after artifacts in Mortal Kombat, which could have helped him stay alive, you know, because he still needs that faceplate to be Kano from the video games.
Yep.
He already has the claw marks and the eye beam. Put that plate there, and
he'll come back for sure.
Another fun similarity. Kano had his face destroyed by Reptile, and you get your face destroyed by the sunlight.
There
you go.
Yeah,
Kano.
Yep. That's true.
So, yeah,
your face is going to get destroyed by me.
Don't tease me. Finish him.
I give it a
Sorry,
thumbs up.
Brian, go
there
ahead.
You go. Yeah. If your expectations are low, and it'll be entertaining for you.
Podcast.
Well, my expectations might be lower for the podcast. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm just kidding. All right, so enough about Mortal Kombat. So yeah, if you guys are you get out there, you're in the mood for a silly video game movie, you will enjoy it, despite its flaws. Okay,
like Nick.
Not much about. Yes, that's right. That's right. Low expectations. You'll like it despite its flaws.
Just have fun. Kick your shoes off. We'll have a good time. It's fine.
That's right.
Don't expect so much from me.